This is my boy AJ right here. I'm especially proud of him because in 1 year he was able to go from 4.7 to a 4.4. I'm gonna tell you how he did it. So when I first met with him, it was clear that he had tons of power, tons of strength, right? He had a great 10-yard split, and that's because he has good deadlift numbers. His strength to weight ratio was pretty good. I think he was only like one, gosh, like probably 170, something like that. But his deadlift, his squat, and power numbers were pretty solid. So obviously that was conducive to him running a great 10-yard dash. But he really struggled down the field, right? Like after 30 yards, kind of where he kind of had some problems. Really after like 25 yards, but I mean after 30 yards, like it wasn't as impressive down the field, I'll say, right? So, what his prescription was to kind of help him to kind of, break through that threshold was a heavy dose of top end speed training, right? So this is going to be things like bungee cords, fly-ins, ins and outs, um, and just straight up like, 50-yard sprints, 60-yard sprints, 70-yard sprints, right? He was kind of, and quite honestly, still is kind of tight in his hip flexors and hamstrings. Like when I first met him, he did struggle with he had some hamstring injuries. So, and those things are going to come if your quads are producing so much force, right, that your hamstrings can't handle them. So this is kind of what we will focus on him just, opening up and, getting those longer sprints so his body can get acclimated to it, right? I mean, the kid worked really, really, really hard, even on his own, by himself. And, now he's put himself in a position to be, recruited. I think he already has a few offers at this point and things worked out for him. So find out what the biggest issue is with your athletes and just attack that issue, right? Everything else, you can do, but just take care of the first things first.